they're a book person, they're the best kind of person, and we can just stand and talk. And even if we don't like the same books, sometimes that's even a better conversation. Like if they read a book and I read it and they loved it and I hated it, like we can just really talk about it. It's such a good icebreaker for conversations. Mostly wherever people ask us to go, we go. I would say a couple times a week we get a message from somebody wanting us to do their festival or their event. Originally, my husband and I were both from Michigan. We came to the South for college, and we actually moved back to Michigan while he was getting his master's degree, and then we came right back to the South. So we've been here now for about 15, 16 years. So not originally from here, but I feel like we've got pretty deep roots here now. And I do the day-to-day and running it, but he does the driving whenever there's driving to be done or any kind of maintenance type stuff like that. But for the most part, it's my business and I run it. I do all the ordering and all the selling and talking books and all that kind of thing. Right before this, I worked in elementary education, so I was like an assistant teacher. You have to let your kids read what they want to read, and I think that's the biggest struggle. And I have people come in all the time and they say, my kid won't read anything but Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and that's okay. Let them read it 400 times. They're reading and they're gonna experience it at a different level as they get older. Let them reread the same books, let them read graphic novels, and trying to force them to read things that they're not interested in is going to dampen their love of reading. There's always seasons in your life where you just don't have time to read. It's always kind of been something that I've loved, and even if I didn't do a lot of it at one period of my time, I always go back to it. And I definitely read more now than even before I started with the bookstore, just because I'm always trying to stay on top of like what's new and what people are interested in. So really I just listen when my customers are talking to me, and they'll ask me, have you heard of this book? Or have you read this author? And if I hear that more than once, then I make sure that I have something like that in my store. And that's really how my inventory has shaped itself. Really just listening and talking to other people who love reading, because I have my specific genres that I love to read, but I also want to have books for the people who love science or biographies or finance or self-help, like the genres that I'm not really into, but I want to make sure that that's there for the people who are. It's like event-based and book club-based and sales-based, and we stay pretty busy.